So if you haven't heard about the first part about my goldfish, you could check out poor goldfish video right up there. However, what I'm talking about now is how I'm fixing the problem, and that is with a new tank. This tank is a 55-gallon tank. Specifically, it is 36 inches long, 18 inches wide, and I believe 21 tall. And the reasons why I chose, well, first of all, these goldfish needed an upgrade. However, this upgrade never went as smoothly as I hoped, as you know, or do you know? Either way, I had Arena Philstar XP4, which I used to use on my previous tank, on my 180, which started to leak. But I didn't have time to fix the leak because I was going on vacation, so we rushed and bought a Fluval FX6. Honestly, if I wasn't in a rush, I probably would have never purchased it, but I probably would have had to anyways. You hear why in a sec. And if it was up to me now, I probably wouldn't have got the Fluval FX6. However, since I got it at such a weird price, it is worth it. Now, talking more about this 55-gallon, I chose this 55-gallon because, untypical of me, I wanted to get the smallest tank I could get to fit these goldfish in. And the reason I chose this 55 instead of, say, a 75 or a 65 is because 55s have, well, certain 55s have a depth of 18 inches. Untypical in most. You don't get 18-inch depth until I think you hit the 75-gallon range or 100-gallon range. So only a 55-gallon aquarium has this much depth. Most other tanks like 75s and 65s are either tall with 12 inches and 12 inches wide. Now, why did I care about the width so much? Is because I want to get something that accommodates the goldfish. I know goldfish, well, based on Googling, reach a max length of 12 inches. And the important thing was to me is that if a fish can't turn around in that tank, or if the fish is the length of the tank, it shouldn't be in there, period. So I wanted to get at least a tank that was wide enough for the fish to turn around in. Now obviously these goldfish aren't capped out at size, but I'm still having 6 goldfish in this 55, which is a lot. However, I think this is the best solution for them. Now, obviously, as you know, I didn't have the tank cycled. I had problems with that, mainly due to a bad filtration setup. And as you know, my Arena Philstar, it was leaking. I fixed the leak and it leaked somewhere else, so I couldn't use that. And so I had to use a new filter. I'll tell you guys what filter that is in a later video. I'll also have an unboxing of it. And so I decided to use some Fritz Zyme to speed up the cycling process. I wanted this done as fast as possible. Normally you don't have to use some bacteria, but if you're in a situation like me where you have a fish tank that you need to get cycled as fast as possible because you already have live fish in there and it is not cycled, then I just recommend you purchase this product. It works extremely well, and I used it and it cycled my tank really quickly. Though I'm not sure, 100% sure, since I never tested my water when it was uncycled, that the media I had in the canister filter was my old Arena Philstar was still cycled, i.e. had live bacteria in it. I did have this filter just hanging out in the basement, covered up, but the media was still moist. So some of the bacteria could have still been alive. But either way, my tank is cycled. It cycled really fast. But I came across another problem. My tank was super cloudy. So I assumed it was a bacteria bloom. However, after a bit more time, it's going on for 3 days, 5 days, and I'm like, bacteria blooms don't last this long. What's going on? And it took me so long to figure out that it wasn't because of the bacteria bloom, but rather the sand in my tank. I didn't wash the sand when I put it in my tank. Now you're thinking, oh, so you have to wait for it to sell out. No, the thing was how goldfish like to scavenge for food. Goldfish love going through the substrate. Because I did not wash the sand, they kept kicking up the sand, and all the fine particles get kicked up and thrown around. So I thought my tank was uncycled the whole time, and it was scaring me because normally I don't like subjecting to fish to an uncycled tank, and that's why I bought the Fritz. And having a bacteria bloom for 5 days was kind of worrying for me, because normally a bacteria bloom lasts 1 to 2 days, maybe 3 days tops. So 5 days, I'm going, what's going on? My tank is my tank not cycled? Is this filter not cutting it? Because like I said, I did some sketchy things with this filter. Well, actually, I didn't say that, but I also did some sketchy things with this filter. The filtration on this tank, I went kind of undersized, but I'll talk to you guys more about that in the filtration rant series. You guys should be really excited for that because I'm gonna go hard. So either way, everything's fine with these goldfish, but there's still more to the story, and there's still a lot to come out because, like I said, well, actually I didn't say this again, but this happened all about a month ago.